Hi, welcome everyone. I don't really have, he does this to me every year. So we got a record turnout. That's awesome with the gas prices like they are. I know we lost a lot of people that typically would travel here. They didn't make it, but still, it's awesome to see the count that we have, or Jeff has, not we, Jeff. Jeff is, he loves the sport, he loves his country, and he loves all you guys. And for you to show up and support him is incredible. And from the bottom of my heart, I want to say thank you. And when I built this place, I honestly don't know what I was thinking. And what I mean by that is I don't know what my vision was for it. I raced at a track north of here in Muncie, Indiana at the FOP Lodge. I raced at Whiteland Raceway Park. I raced at Camden, Ohio. Eaton, Ohio, which is not there anymore. And as time went on, the karts got, physically wider and longer, and just faster, and everything was getting out of scale. And when I got done racing cars, I was blessed that I actually made money at it, and I lived like I was making $5,000 a year, and I socked away everything I could. Because we all know how, as an old auto racer, which I was, I got a late start in life in car racing, and I knew it wasn't going to last forever, and I saved, and someday I wanted to build a go-kart track. And with the help of some local politicians and a landowner that had this place named Paul Pierce, who's passed away, and gave Mark Martin his first stock car ride a long time ago, Paul in the junkyard, and he had pictures in his office, and he called me one day. I've been turned down in a couple of places, one being Greenfield, one place being Knightstown, heading back toward Indy. Paul called me one day and he said, hey, I've been reading in the paper and so forth about you trying to build a go-kart track. I got 50 acres in Spiceland or Newcastle, whatever you want to call this, but he said, you want to come take a look at it? And I came out here and looked at it, and Paul made me a good, really fair deal in 2002. And I went to the demonstration meetings, and I had people that didn't understand the sport of karting, and I heard so many crazy things that it was comical, to be honest with you. I heard everything from you're going to cause crashes on I-70 from everybody watching the racing as they go by to you're going to cause traffic jams and everybody leaves, and they didn't understand that it's a participation sport, not so much a spectator sport where you're not going to have 100,000 people come in here and leave all at once and cause traffic jams. And I had to educate everybody on that. I had to put a go-kart out in the middle of this field up on a kart stand, which doesn't even represent really what you really have going. I had to rev the living bejesus out of it, put a dB meter out there, take recordings of how much noise this is going to make. I mean, I jumped through so many hoops, and thank God at the meeting I must have had 300 go-karters show up. And the county council, city council was kind enough to get this thing going. We got it going. Over the year, I crawled before I walked on this deal, built a little at a time, and get back where I started when I built this, I didn't know what to expect. And I really didn't know. I didn't envision SCUSA. I didn't envision USPKS. I didn't envision WK back when WK was really big. There was no such thing as vintage karting then that I was aware of, and this thing's grown into a huge deal. And this is probably my favorite thing, to be honest with you, because you're all pretty laid back and there's not a lot of drama. And my grandson Logan raced today in the piston port class. He bought that go-kart for me Monday as a surprise. He'd been working on it for months and I didn't know about it, but everyone here knew about it but me. Presented it to me on Monday at Comet, and I work at Comet every day. I'm on my feet all day on concrete, and I'm not a spring chicken. And Logan said, Papa, I need you to come help me unload something out of the parking lot. And I walked in the shop area, and we stopped, and he goes, what do you think? And I go, what do you think about what? He goes, that's yours. I bought that for you. And he bought that out of his own savings from working here. And it was a frame with an axle, no seat, wrong steering shaft, a lot of things, no engine, no nothing. I said, buddy, I love you to death, but I work till 6 every night, and now I got to stay till midnight every night for the next 72 hours to get this thing done, and I just don't see how that's going to happen. So I felt really bad about it, and his dad was there. Mike says, Mike Adams, we all know Mike, and Mike says, I'll put it together. And Mark Harrison already built an engine for it, and I didn't know about that. And next thing I know, Logan and Mike and Harrison all jumped on that thing, got it done, and literally the only thing I did was mount the seat and set the toe on the front of it, and that's the only contribution I made to that thing. And I'll tell you, I guess instead of Father's Day present, it was a Grandfather's Day present, and that little guy, we shared it yesterday, and naturally he's faster than me, but we shared it yesterday, and he come in and he said, Papa, I think I like this vintage stuff better than I like that modern go-kart I have. It's like, that's cool. So.
That's great.
Anyway, that's all I have to say, which was more I expected to say.
Great story. Great story. Good story.
Love all you guys and ladies. I'm glad you're here. I hope you have a wonderful time, wonderful memories, and it's really cool when I see little kids out there on cars.
We're glad you built.
Awesome thing.
And we'll see you on the